next act here. Hope I pronounced his name right. Chris Mulawyshyn. Chris Mulawyshyn, guys.
You're close, nobody gets it right, including my girlfriend. Now, I don't do stand-up comedy for a living, and if you can't tell by looking at my hair, yes, I am honestly an electrician. Although today I was at McDonald's, a kid ran up to me, thought I was Ronald McDonald. I said no. They said, well, thank God, because you've aged terribly. His buddy that was with him thought I was Krusty the Clown. And his parents thought I was the Q-tip poster boy. Anyhow, I've been with my girlfriend now for 21 years. Yes, we're not married, so we're happily unmarried. And this spotlight reminds me of my first date with her. I remember holding her tight like this, my arms around her. The police are saying, drop the weapon, release the hostage. So I finally did get her. I had to medicate her. Or if you want to call it sedate. A couple blues, a couple reds, all is good. Because, you know, as the saying goes, it's better to medicate than to masturbate. Why are you laughing? It's the truth. You should be, yes, God, he's right. Anyhow, I've got a friend of mine who's blind. I thought I'd help him out. I bought him a second-hand seeing eye dog. It was blind too. But he's the best person to play Punch, Buggy, and I Spy with, because you always win. I went to a blind institute, and I thought it was quite ironic. They had a big sign on the door that says, do not enter without supervision. All I could think is he'd be happy with vision. Now, is anybody in here a necrophiliac? A necrophiliac, somebody who gets turned on by having sex with dead bodies? If you're a male necrophiliac and you get excited, do not wear joggers to a funeral. Yes, I figured I'd throw that. That's kind of disturbing. But it's a good time. You can always point at them and laugh. Oh, look, he's a necrophiliac. Look how erect he is. I can go on, but I'll stop there. I was at the Shrine Circus. I don't know if you have the Shriners here, because I'm from Thunder Bay.
Yeah!
Hey, Shriners! I was sitting next to a guy. I don't know if he was a scout leader, a Roman Catholic priest, or a recovering pedophile. But he's sitting there, he's giggling, he's clapping his hands, he's having a grand old time, and he says, I feel like a kid again. Oh, I'm thinking, you sick bastard. So if comedy doesn't work out, you know, I've always got the electricity. Yeah. But I think my next thing is I'm opening up an Irish gay bar. I'm going to call it Backdoor Shenanigans. I will not, however, let any sailors in there because there'll be too much semen already. Yeah, it's disturbing, but it's the truth. Well, has anybody ever seen that show, One Girl and Five Gays?
Yeah!
Oh, the girl asked this one guy, so what do you like best about your man? Oh, I love it when he gives me his pudding. I've never eaten anything with vanilla and creamy since. Now, the other thing that I find quite disturbing is, I think the members of Pink Floyd were gay. Because, in the line in their song is, how can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? Now, guys, if you're dating a girl and she's into balloon art, do not let her perform oral sex. It just becomes painful and she turns it into a giraffe. It's not, it hurts, okay? Been there, done that, I'm speaking from experience. Now, me and the Queen, yes, I call her the Queen. I'm not her king, I'm more the court jester. We've talked about getting married, but there's so many different things pertaining to marriage in Thunder Bay that you can't do. You can't throw confetti at weddings because it makes a mess. You can't throw rice, it attracts too many Chinese. So what do you do? We went to a redneck wedding a couple weeks back. That was just kind of really disturbing. Because we're sitting there, we're watching it, we're sitting on hay bales because we didn't have chairs. And he says, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride. And now that you're married, you'll no longer be considered brother and sister. Then after that, it was kind of cool. The wedding was different. They had a petting zoo, but it was a roadkill petting zoo. They were too cheap to actually have animals. They had porcupine dodgeball. And some of the kids were playing a game, they're sticking their fingers in their ears, and somebody's saying, "Bet you can't make them touch." You should have seen all the deaf kids there was afterwards. Now, I was adopted, and looking at me, I wasn't this pretty when I was younger, so that's why I was kind of tossed away. And as I look into my adoption aspect of my birth parents and things like that, I found out that my identical twin sister was an only child. I'm an albino black man. When I lost my color, I lost my rhythm, that's why I don't dance. But since I wasn't breastfed, frankly, I see an upside in going into a nursing home. And I don't know if I see the light or not. I don't know if my time is up. But if you enjoyed this, you can check me out at superiorcomedy.com. Thank you for your time.